So a little background on me and Maupin Homes. My dad has owned and operated Maupin Homes for over 40 years. He's now retired. I've taken over. But we came from a construction background. He was a framer by trade all of his life until starting Maupin Homes over 40 years ago. So I grew up on job sites, framing, excavating, landscaping, painting, whatever it was. Every summer I was working doing that. I was his superintendent of Maupin Homes for a long time. Right out of high school, I joined the Air National Guard. I was an A-10 crew chief. I really learned a lot from that experience. You know, integrity, excellence in all you do. So with that background, the crash happened. I decided to go back to school. I got a finance degree, worked in banking for quite some time, commercial loan officer. I think that really helps me, you know, in this aspect when it comes to estimating, keeping people on budget, you know, trying to keep our projects within, the scope that we set out to have. That being said, I got tired of banking. You know, I'd missed home building. So my dad at the time was back up here. He was running Summit Framing Contractors. So I left the Valley. Moved up here, put the bags back on. We framed for a little while, started picking up 1 build job, 2 build jobs. Next thing you know, it's 10 build jobs. We just kind of really rediscovered Maupin Homes, started over more or less in a sense, brought new ideas, new ways of doing things, along with all the old knowledge we had, and really crafted a beautiful home building company. I love building homes. There's nothing more cool to me than showing up to a piece of property that's covered in trees, that's in the mountains, and you just have a completely blank slate. I don't know, it's kind of an art form to me, I guess, at that point. Watching construction progress through all the different stages, all the things that you already may know, but then all the things that you learn along the way. It's really fun for clients too, especially for ones who have never built a home before, to look at it as well. It can be very overwhelming for them sometimes too, and then being part of that process to help guide them, walk them through all the stages. Hey, this is why we're doing this. This is the benefit in the long run. You know, this is what it's going to look like. And then you run into things along the way, that you may not have anticipated, or there's something that a client's like, hey, this isn't what we thought it would look like, and being able to change that on site, and really just build this end product that, everybody gets to look at and just be like, wow, that's a beautiful home. I really, really enjoy that part of the job. What's really cool and exciting about this home is we are one of 2 homes that are fully finished up here, the first 2. And on top of that, this is the only home that's on the market. What Brundage has going on up here is really, really fun to watch. It's expanding. There's a lot going on. And for somebody to be able to step into a home like this and be part of that growth with Brundage is so cool. You're right off the ski runs, ski in, ski out, bike in, bike out. You get to be part of this new growth phase for Brundage and get to experience what it means for everybody in this community, for your friends, your family, and really just get to be one of those pioneers to see something so cool happening in this small town of ours. So some cool things about this house, we're way up in the mountains. We know that we have a huge snow load up here. So this house is engineered for a 225 pound per square foot snow load. You can see the house has a lot of really cool metal beam work. This whole wall was all done with metal I-beam moment framing, really holding those snow loads. We put a lot of thought into how much snow would be around this house, so the materials we picked as well. All cedar siding that's going to withstand the elements. We stain all 4 sides of the material before we put it up to help with any kind of water intrusion, and then we go back and put 2 more coats on after that. We went with a heavy gauged, big ribbed panel for the metal on this to really help protect this building from the snow. So some really nice things about this house is obviously the beautiful view that you get from up here. So we really thought about having, an opened higher ceiling out off the back patio area, nice pavers, so you could really sit and enjoy your outdoor mountain space. We put a lot of thought into how we were positioning the house on the lot. This house sits right off the ski track, so you're able to ski right off a rodeo, right into your back ski room. The ski room's really cool. We have ski lockers lined up as you come in, your washer and dryer on the left. You can hang all your wet ski clothes. So the roof on this project, we went with a seamed standing seam metal roof. We knew we were going to get a lot of snow up here. This home has a really modern roof line with low pitches. And on top of that, we added a TRA snow rail system. We want to keep the snow on the house as much as possible, especially with the amount of snow they have up here. We don't want that snow sliding off, piling up against the house. So being in the mountains, we know that we're going to get a lot of cold weather. We're also going to get some really warm summers. So this house has a full Energy Seal insulation package. We did a ventless system with our roof lines with all closed cell and open cell foam. That package is really going to help keep your house warm in the winters, but it's going to help keep your house cool in the summertime as well. So some other things in this house that we did that we really enjoy. We have heated floors in all your bathroom, laundry room, mud room, all your tiled spaces to help keep your feet warm and help keep the space heated. On top of that, instead of just doing standard mirrors, we went ahead and did LED lit mirrors that have different color temperatures. They have a defog mode on them. Just extra little upgrades like that that really make the rooms feel cool. We also did custom bunk beds in the 2 upper back bedrooms. One of those bedrooms has a set of 4 custom bunk beds. The other room has custom bunk beds across the top with room for a queen size bed underneath. So just some extra things that we do to give the space, more use, be able to get more people into it, really pack the house with family and friends to enjoy the space. So some cool little touches that we did in here. We went with a really retro Malm zircon, egg-shaped, like 1980s ski cabin fireplace. Fits the space really well. We've got full custom wood cabinets inside the home. We went with a really beautiful hemlock with our doors and trim to bring in some extra wood tones. We left, our exposed black metal I-beams with the tongue and groove cedar ceiling. So trying to bring some of those outside elements into the home to really pull it all together to get that modern feel, but to also get that mountain feel. On this home, we went with a Wolf Sub-Zero appliance package, a really nice upgraded appliance package for the home. Range, hood vent, dishwasher, fridge, they all tie in beautifully. So we've worked on some really cool projects over the past several years. 2 of them that I finished last year were at Black Hawk on the Lake. They were actually neighbors, both fantastic clients, really cool homes. Those were 2 different styles. One was definitely more mountain, one was a lot more modern. And we had some really cool elements of both those homes that we really enjoyed doing. So it's really exciting to obviously have one of the first homes at the top of Brundage, but we're really involved with Brundage. We built their new ski patrol building for them just a couple of years ago. That was a really fun project to work on. And now they've asked us to come back on and build their new model home, which they're going to use as a real estate office as they, expand and bring on more homes and more projects up here to kind of showcase, what you can get from Brundage. Well, we appreciate you coming through with us today, kind of taking a look at this home and some of the cool features it has. We'd love for you to stop by anytime, take a look at the home, see how it may fit you and your family, kind of experience the feel of it when you're up here on the mountain and in the space itself. Maupin Homes has an office in town, so if you want to stop by, come chat with us. We're always open meeting with people and helping bring your dreams to life.